When did you get this news of no more inquiry, and what was your reaction?
Yeah, so we saw Teresa Coffey's letter when it came out last Friday, and it's really disappointing. It was shocking to see. We feel completely let down by the letter and by the government. That there's going to be no further action, no further investigations, no further sampling, and no support whatsoever for anybody impacted by the mass mortalities on here.
About the impact, just describe again the extent to which people like yourself, fishermen like yourself, have been affected. What's the reality?
Well, I'm a marine biologist in the region, and I represent a lot of the fishermen around here. So there's a lot of people that have been far worse impacted than me, who have their own boats. The first round of dredging impacted the inshore potting fleet. So they fish generally between the 0 and 3 miles out to sea. And that was a really drastic impact in 2021 and throughout 2022. And we're talking about 95% down in catch rates, lots of boats going up for sale, lots of people losing their crew, not being able to pay the bills and make ends meet. And what's happened over the last couple of weeks is a new round of dredging, which is now dumping further out to sea. So at the 6 mile dumping grounds, and that started to impact a different fishery. That's the prawn trawling fishery. And I was with some of the fishermen on Thursday this week, and they just reported a very similar sorry state of affairs that we experienced in 2021, where there's just nothing to catch. They're going out there and not even covering their fuel. And, a lot of these guys are at rock bottom and just see no hope for the fishery in the future.
Now, this dredging and the dumping of the spoil that you're talking about, this is for the Freeport. This major development that's going on. Do you feel that your industry, or do the fishermen feel that the industry there has just been sort of sacrificed? That it's been a price to pay, and there we go, and move on.
Exactly that. Yeah. To be clear, the first round of dredging in October 2021 wasn't directly linked to the Freeport, although there was a lot of regeneration works going on in the Tees ports, demolition works to make way for the Freeport, and removal of piles, and then a big dredging operation in the Tees Channel. And this time around, this year, that's still going on now, is a huge dredging operation directly linked to the Freeport. And as soon as they started dredging, it was almost like a light switch. As soon as they were dumping it out at sea, we saw the impact to the fishery straight away. So it's a real drastic impact, and we do feel like the fishing industry, and the long history and heritage that goes with that has been sacrificed to make way for the Freeport.
Is there any talk of any help for the fishermen? Is there, compensation for a start, or any help to get people back on their feet, or find an alternative?
Not after Teresa Coffey's letter. We've shown strength from our communities and stuck together and created our own groups and had support from the regional universities and some of the charities around the country who have helped us to get our own investigations and helped with some hardship funds for those most impacted. But the government has really let us down. And that goes all the way from the local fisheries, the IFCA, all the way up through the MMO, right up to DEFRA. We feel like there's nobody has got our backs in this, and there's nobody giving us any support.